Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Sane back on some Pokemon Unite tier list. This is ranked kind of unusual tier lists, I guess I'm doing. Instead of talking about Pokemon in their entirety, talking about some specific things like abilities, moves, and for this one is going to be talking about their Unite move, which I'm going to be calling Ult because that's just a broader term, and MOBA is like you're gonna. It's an ultimate. It's an ultimate attack. It's like the strongest attack. It's the ultimate attack. So I'm gonna call it ult instead of Unite move because that's just I'm more comfortable. I'm more used to, more familiar with saying ult from every other game I played, like Apex and League of Legends, stuff like that. So ult, Unite move, same thing. Ult equals Unite move. I'll even just to clarify confusion, just to clear things up. I will put this here, which is ult equals Unite move. That's what that means. Alright, so we have the S tier. The ult carries this character's viability. This character is so good because of their super strong ult. A tier, the ult is very good. It doesn't like make or break them in the meta, but if they had a weaker ult, it would definitely change them. The B tier, I think I've been watching way too much Spraggles because I've got the B tier and it's just like there, so he's infecting me. So thank you, Spraggles, for infecting me with the B tier syndrome. It's just stuck there. I don't know what to do with it. B tier. Every tier list has a B tier. Like it's crazy. It's just like it's the perfect tier. It just has to be there. Anyways, C tier. The ult is passable. It's fine. It could be better. It should be better. Yeah, the ult should be better. It would definitely help if it would better. And then the D tier is what ult? Like the ult is so bad that it needs a rework. It needs crazy buffs. Something. It just needs something. Let's get into it. Absol. I think the ult is fine. The Absol is not a late game Pokemon, so the ult doesn't really affect him that well. The ult is fine. It's a good AoE. It does a lot of damage. With the Buddy Bear is like the reason why he can last into late game fights, but it's not a huge part of his kit. But it's solid for what it does. Ninetales is similar. The ult is kind of weak. The Unite move is it's not like super strong. But if you get a lot of free stacks on people, if they're frozen, you can just burst them down and do so much damage then. It takes a little while to get them frozen, so you have to like be pretty strict with your timing, which is why it's not like super good. But you can just completely blow somebody up with it. But then Duraludon's coming out, who does basically Ninetales' Unite move with just one of its moves, which looks like Dragon Pulse or whatever. So it's kind of sad that Duraludon's move is going to be better than Ninetales' Unite move, but it's also good secure. It's fine. I think I like the Unite move more than some others, but it's not as strong as some other Unite moves. Blissey, if you're running a Blissey, you're probably running it because if you want this Unite move, you want the Venusaur in the middle fighting everybody, and you want the Blissey to just run through everybody with the shield and just knock everybody out, do a bunch of damage. Like, if you're running Blissey, you're running it for the ult in that team fight. That's why you're running Blissey. Charizard, same thing. That ult and that Unite move in team fights is crazy. It's true hit, so it actually goes through shields. You're flying over people. You cannot be CC'd. You can go over walls too, which is crazy. So you're just like you're moving really fast. Like this is why you run Charizard, because you get him fed, you get him to level 9. He evolves into Charizard, he gets his Unite move, and then he just goes crazy, shredding people, chasing them under tower, doesn't give a crap. He's just going in. That is why you use Charizard. Cinderace, the Unite move is very good, but that's not the reason you run Cinderace. You run Cinderace because its attack speed is crazy, its range is crazy, its damage is crazy. But the Unite move is very strong. It's a great secure. It does a lot of damage. It's quick. Yeah, it's fine. It's a very, very strong Unite move. Kramer, the Unite move is pretty passable. I think it's not very strong anymore. It doesn't do enough damage that you can just kind of walk into Cramorant's face and just kind of attack it, kill it. It's too squishy. Its damage needs to increase, or it needs longer range so it can use the Unite move kind of further back, something like that. It needs a little bit of help. Not nearly as strong as it was before. Otherwise, the Unite move used to be S tier strong. It really dropped. It really dropped down to C tier, which is pretty sad. Crustle. This is kind of weird to say, but Crustle's one niche right now is on a score comp. And when a Crustle has Score Shield, Buddy Bear, and uses its Unite move, it can drop 50, and it's virtually impossible to stop unless you have like 3 of your strongest, but like if you have like your Cinderace, Lucario, Pikachu, like spamming Unite moves and their strongest moves on it, that's how you break through that shield. That is why you run Crustle, and then sometimes it has a goal getter on, so it's just faster. Like you run Crustle because you ult and you guarantee that you drop 50 in the end game to drop that 100 and score more than your opponent and win the game. It is only on score comp and it's only run for its massive shield. That is it. That is the only reason you run Crustle. So I'm going to say that its ult definitely carries its viability. Eldegoss, I'm gonna say A tier. Its Unite move is very good. It gives a lot of shields. You kind of fly above people just like Charizard, and then you slam down, push them away. You've got great secure with that. But Eldegoss is really just good because of spamming shields with like Cotton Guard and stuff and Leaf Tornado. So the Unite move is good, but it's not like the sole reason that Eldegoss is so strong. As for Garchomp, I don't think the Unite move is very good. I think it's really easy to dodge, especially if you have any kind of movement. It's strong, it deals a lot of damage, but it's just hard to control, which I will discredit. If a Unite move is hard to control, like it's just you better get a lot of reward out of it if it's going to be so difficult to control and stuff. And I just don't think you get enough reward out of it. It's just like so multi-part and it's so easy to dodge that I think it's passable. It's a fine Unite move, but it could definitely use a little bit of a buff. I think if it was just easier to control, it wasn't so just crazy it just kind of goes all over the place. It was harder to dodge. Maybe if it was bigger area effect, then it could be a little bit better. I've thought about putting it's maybe B tier. Like I might put it above like Cramorant because it's fine. It's fine if you do get lucky with like positioning and you can control it well. It can do a lot of damage, so maybe it's B tier, but I think I'm gonna leave it here in C tier. I think it needs some help. You can just get hard outplayed by it. Gardevoir's ult is very, very strong. It's not like completely carrying its viability, but it's a reason why it's such a strong nuke. Future Sight or Psyshock and then a Unite move, you're just blowing up so many people at the same time. It's very, very strong. So definitely an A tier Unite move. As for Gengar, I think it's also C tier. Its Unite move it's passable because it gives Gengar the mobility that it wants to have as a speedster. Like I don't really know why this thing's classified as a speedster because it has no mobility like at all, except for the Unite move. It's an okay Unite move. It's kind of just like Gengar's one and only getaway tool, besides like an eject button. So I think it's passable for that, but it should be stronger or something. I don't know. It needs something, but I guess it's fine. It's just not crazy. Greninja, the Unite move is very, very strong. I'm gonna put it right next to Cinderace. I think it's a great AoE secure or team fight engage, and you kind of pop your Unite moves just to get the boost from it, and then auto attack harder. So not a super broken Unite move on its own, but it's good. It's good secure. It's good for team fighting, which is what the character's supposed to do. So there you go. Lucario. I also have the Unite move in B tier. I don't think it's the most amazing thing ever, but it is good secure, and it does a lot of damage for people who are right on top of you. Especially if you slow smoke, which is kind of becoming the meta for Lucario, like a slow smoke, power punch, close combat, and your Unite move. If you slow smoke and then Unite move on them, that massive ball is going on a bunch of different people. It can do a lot of damage. It's good. It's very good for like Zapdos. I'm not gonna say very good. It's good for Zapdos secure, Dreadnought secure, but you also have power punch for that, so it's just like it's okay. I'm gonna say it as B tier. Machamp. You run Machamp because you want that Unite move to 1v5, 1v3, take out a bunch of people in the end. Kind of like Charizard. It's a huge team fight Unite move. It's so strong, does so much damage, scales so hard. It's a big reason why you run him. Mr. Mime. I'm not sure. He's kind of bordering between A tier and S tier. I don't think of mime like when you're team building, you're not necessarily thinking, oh, I really want to mime ults. Like you're like thinking, oh, mime ult would be nice to have a team, but you're not thinking like, oh, we need a Mr. Mime Unite move to really complete the team. So I'm gonna leave it here. I had it in S tier. I have it floating between here. I think I'm gonna barely put it down to here, right next to Eldegoss. I'm gonna put it like here. I'm gonna just group it right next to Eldegoss. Like it's a very strong Unite move, but I don't think it's 100% the reason why you run Mime. Well, like these guys this is why you run Mime. You run these characters because they're Unite moves. Pikachu, same thing. If Pikachu didn't have his Unite move so much, and such a strong Unite move, it wouldn't be as strong as it is. It's just you use it so much. You get it every minute. You get it every minute. You just spam it. And you just pop it all the time. It's crazy. Slowbro, I'm gonna put it also in the S tier. If you're using Slowbro on the team, you want him to single out the enemy Cinderace, the enemy jungler, AD carry something, to walk up and grab them so they can just get bursted and die. That's the whole reason you're running Slowbro, for the most part. I say for the most part. No, that's why you run Slowbro. Is that Unite move? You just want to grab something really important in the team fight. Snorlax. The Unite move is okay. Snorlax is a big roadblock. That's what it's always been as in Pokemon games. And that's what it's good for doing at in Unite with block, and then you use your Unite move. You can hold a lot of people in like those choke points. You draw aggro and you just can reset your health bar, which is nice. It's not the most amazing Unite move anymore. It used to be because you just got like basically 2 health bars off of it because of your shield and the health you got, and it was crazy. So it's been nerfed down a little bit more, but it's still just pretty fine. It's still pretty good at what it does. You kind of just ignore Snorlax at this point. Like when he goes Unite move, just walk away. Just walk through him. Just walk past him. Just leave him alone. He will flop over and knock you up, but like full heal is also a thing, so yeah, you can kind of ignore it. Talonflame. I think I have Talonflame in the A tier. It is very good for. It's a very strong Unite move. It's not the reason why Talonflame is so strong, but it's very strong. It's very strong for just like pulling people away. You can push Rotom into their base. You can just like pull. You can just like keep people away from something, or you can single them out, pull them into your tower so they're all slowed, and you're also getting healed while you're fighting. It's just like a strong pick. It does a lot of damage. It's good CC. You can save your teammates with it. It gets you out of there if you really need to. It's super strong. Maybe B tier. I think I will keep it in the A tier. I think it's a little bit better than all these B tier picks, just by a bit. Venusaur, I think it's also a B tier pick. It's a strong team, like using this Unite move in team fights really just to give yourself a buddy barrier, but it does do good damage and it does hit a lot of people, and it can be good secure. So I'll keep it here. Yeah, these are all these Unite moves are like they're gonna hit a lot of people. They're gonna be good secure. They're not super strong. You kind of just use it to give yourself a buddy barrier or something. Maybe I'll put Lucario. Maybe I'll probably shift it like this. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. I'll do that. Wigglytuff. You are running Wiggly because you want that Wiggly ult, because you want that massive shield. Wiggly's strong without the Unite move, but if you're running Wigglytuff, it's because of this. It's because of this massive shield you're going to get. Because of the cleanse you're going to get from it as well. Yeah, this is why you're running Wigglytuff. You're a defender of choice. You're picking what Unite move you think your team really needs. Do you need Blissey to run through, knock a bunch of people up, and come through and save your Venusaur? Do you need Slowbro to go grab the enemy Cinderace and get him out of there? Do you need Wigglytuff to give everyone massive shields and a cleanse? This is what you're looking for in your tanks. Zeraora. It's a very strong Unite move. It really sucks that doesn't get it till 10. Like that's the biggest reason why Zeraora is not super strong in the meta right now. But it is a strong Unite move. It does a lot of damage. It has a big area of effect. So it's for fighting, for what it's supposed to do. It does do it very well. So I do like it a lot. I'll probably put it up here, kind of by Gardevoir's. Probably shift things like that. Try to keep everything kind of grouped as you know, what their Unite move is supposed to do, so I kind of keep them all grouped together for things like that. Blastoise. Unite move is very, very strong. I don't think it's why you use Blastoise. Like, I don't think its Unite move is the whole reason why you'd use it. But its Unite move is very strong. It's great for team fights. It's great for just that big, massive damage, that big, massive AoE knockup and stuff. I'll probably put it, like, here. Yeah, it's a very, very strong Unite move. You could do a lot of damage. It's great secure as well. Super, super good. Mamoswine, its Unite move is pretty bleh. You just kind of stomp around. You don't do that much damage. You do knock up at the end. It'd be better if it knocked up the entire time, because then you'd just be like knocking up the enemy for so long. Then it could be good. It's not very good. It's just not a very good Unite move at all. You kind of just do it for buddy barrier or a little bit of extra damage. Like maybe like if you really need to kill something, you kind of just pop it because why not? So I'm gonna put it in the D tier. Next up is Sylveon. Sylveon's Unite move is pretty passable. It was like Cramorant. When it first came out, the Unite move was so strong, but it got tuned down so hard that now it's in the C tier. I don't think the Unite move is very impactful. It's not the reason why the character is good. The character is good because of its level 4 power spike and its massive damage it's going to do for the entire game, just from level 4 going on. As for Greedent, I think the Unite move is very strong. It's great secure. It's great for getting those dunks off. It's great for getting away from things. You also do so much damage when you land on people. Like it's kind of easy to avoid, but if you don't avoid it, he just squishes you and he does so much damage, and then you're just mashing Belch afterwards and doing a ton of damage. Like it's actually strong. It's like Greedent is so unkillable, and then its Unite move gives it a lot of damage output, so it becomes pretty scary. Pretty scary. I think I like its Unite move a lot. Decision-wise, Unite move is just worse than Cramorant's. At least it has a little bit more range, but people still just walk away from it. You could just like zigzag and not get hit by it. Also, you can just have your defender like body block for it, or if you're like trying to Unite move somebody in the Zapdos fight, they could just walk behind Zapdos, and then Zapdos will body block for them. It needs to go through things. It needs more range. It needs more damage. It needs a rework. It needs something. It's another part of Decidueye's kit that's just not good. And yeah, I don't think this Unite move is very good at all. It's so just like walk behind a tank, walk behind Zapdos, and the Unite move does nothing. Literally nothing. Just walk away from it. Yeah, just walk away from it. Serena, I think your Unite move is... I'm going to put it in... I don't know what to put. I kind of bounce between your Unite move. Like, sometimes I think it's good, sometimes I think it's whatever. Walking in and singling out somebody is nice, but you're not killing them with it. Maybe it needs to do a little bit more damage for me to love it more. But you are... So I wanted to do more damage for me to love it a lot, but you also walking in and singling out like a Cinderace or something, kind of like you would do with Slowbro, is nice. It's kind of like a mix between Slowbro and Charizard, which Charizard's like Scoop is not the reason why Charizard's ult is good, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in the B tier. I like it. I think it's fine. It could be better. Maybe I'll put it at the top of B tier. It could be better. It could be stronger. But it's fine for what it is. It could use a buff, but it doesn't necessarily need it. Like, that's not the thing about Serena that probably needs a buff above anything else. So, yeah, I think B tier is fine. Dragonite. Global Unite. Actually, I think I will put Dragonite in S tier. It bounces between A and S tier because you run Dragonite on score comps. So kind of like Crustle, you run it for score comps, and you run it mainly for secure with Hyper Beam, but its Unite move is so good at backdooring, which is what... and its Unite move is also great for securing. Just like, time it well, get it on Zapdos' HP, you can come in from anywhere. You can come in from anywhere. So I think I will keep it in the S tier. Down here with Crustle. Yeah, it could very easily go into the A tier. I almost want to put a tier between these two. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. We'll see. We'll see. But it's great for backdooring. I will. I have to. Score comp slash backdooring. Let's go ahead and put this purple. Sure. We'll make it purple. So this is like its own little tier. I'm gonna put it in parentheses. So right between A and S tier. You could put these in S tier, you could put these in A tier. Like this is, you're running them for the reason of score comping, and their unite moves really help them in the score comp. Crustle definitely deserves the S tier for part of it. Like, you're using Crustle in a score comp for its unite move. Dragonite, you're not necessarily using it in score comp for unite move. You're using it more for like Hyper Beam secure, but you can also use Dragonite without Hyper Beam for secure. So I could put it down here. I just want to keep them together because they're really just for score comp. Like, you're not really seeing Dragonite outside of a score comp. You're just really not. It doesn't fight as well. Trevenant. I think its unite move is very solid. I think it's one part of Trevenant's kit that I actually really like. It's huge. It's ranged. It's good secure. You heal off of it, I think. I'm actually going to unite DB this. I don't know the full extent of what it does, but just like it's so big. It's so big. I love it. Just for it. Well, Trevenant is shielded. HP recovery effects applied to Trevenant. Yeah, so it heals a lot afterwards too. It's just a huge knock. It's a huge knock up. It comes out quickly. It's ranged. I like it a lot. I really do like it a lot. It's like to me, it feels like a Blastoise unite move that I can put wherever I want. And I really like it. So I don't think this is why you would use Trevenant. I don't think you ever would use Trevenant, so I'm going to keep it in A tier just because I like its unite move a lot. Yeah, I'm going to keep it there. This AG Slash, its unite move is great, secure. It's great for team fights. It's a little hard to hit, but you get a lot of HP out of it. It's an execute, so it's great for secure. It's great for just killing things. Yeah, it's a great unite move. I'm going to leave it here in the A tier. It's great for team fighting. And then last but not least, Hoopa. You're running Hoopa because of its unite move. Like, you're running Hoopa because you want the giant kaiju that teleports everybody in and stuns. This is 100% why you're running Hoopa. 100%. And that's going to do it for the tier list, guys. Thanks for tuning into this one. I hope this kind of content is fun for you guys to see. I think it's fun to make. It's fun to kind of talk about these different aspects of Pokemon, besides just how good they are, like, as a whole. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about this kind of content, what other kind of videos would we want to see next. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you all next time. Peace.